Hello! So today I'm going to be talking about how to brew coffee with a French press or a cafetiere. They're both the same thing. In fact, when you're brewing coffee with a French press, the only real difference is when you press down the plunger. You have to make a silly noise, but apart from that, they're exactly the same thing. So when you're making coffee, and I'll put this out for kind of any basic brewing method, whether that's French press, AeroPress, V60, your Chemex, anything else, I always recommend starting with a brew recipe of 60 grams of coffee to 1 litre of water. So this, Bodum Brazil, this is a 3-cup French press. This is 350 millilitres of water you can fit into here. So we're going to do 21 grams of coffee into this. Now, when you open one of these cafetières or French presses, you get a little scoop, and this reads 7 grams in it. I don't think these are very reliable, I'll be honest with you. So what you can do instead is get rid of this and invest yourself in some scales. So these things will help you brew all sorts of better coffee just by having a pair of scales. Like, they're pretty cheap, 14 quid or so. I mean, these are a bit more expensive, but within a roastery you'd expect them to be more expensive. So to start with, I'm going to weigh out 21 grams of coffee, and I'm also going to get some boiling water on the go. Fresh filtered water is going to make your coffee taste even better.
A few moments later.
Nice. So I'm going to grab my French press and I'm going to tear that on my scales down to 0, and I'm just going to pour in 21 grams of coffee into here. So 21 grams to 350 millilitres. If you really did want to use scoop, I guess that would be roughly 3 scoops of coffee if you really wanted to. But once I've got my coffee weighed out in my French press, I'm going to tear that again and get some boiling water going. So I'm just going to fill that up and also start a timer at the same time. Make sure all those coffee grounds are nice and wet. Wonderful. So the big important thing when brewing a French press coffee is to let it wait. It's not the quickest brewing method in the world, but once you wait, if you're patient with it, you're going to get such a beautiful coffee. So I'm going to let this French press sit and brew for 4 minutes. Yes, 4. After that's brewed, I'm going to break the crust and let it sit for a little while longer. So whilst this is brewing, I'm going to tell you about this coffee that we're brewing with. We're brewing with the Nicaragua Naturally Neighbors. This is just being released today on the 1st of March. It has been on our Roaster's Choice coffee subscription. Sound effects included. If you'd like to join Chip Coffee Co.'s Roaster's Choice subscription, we have exclusive lots only available to our subscribers of the Roaster's Choice. We also have pre-release coffees, some amazing coffees on there. This coffee, the Naturally Neighbors from our partners in Gold Mountain, Nicaragua, has just finished its time on our February Roaster's Choice subscription, and it's gone amazingly. We are nearly out of this coffee already. It's going to go live general sales tomorrow, 1st of March, but please, check it out. It's great value and you get some absolutely amazing coffees. Back to the usual schedule. So we're now at 4 minutes of our brewing time. So actually I'm going to grab a spoon, or this is when you could use that scoop that I've just thrown away somewhere. But you could use scoop, spoon. We've got 4 minutes on our French press brewing time. So I'm now just going to give it a real gentle stir. Oh, gorgeous. And now all those grounds are going to start sifting to the bottom of the French press. And we're going to let that wait for another 6 minutes. So it's going to be 10 minutes total brewing time. And this is going to give us a super beautiful, floral, bright, juicy coffee to drink at the end of it. So whilst we're waiting a little bit longer, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this coffee. So this has been sourced from our friends Benamin in Nicaragua, a part of the Gold Mountain coffee producers. They kind of work as a social enterprise out in Nicaragua. And this coffee in particular, it's called Naturally Neighbours because there are 3 coffee farmers who are all neighbours. They don't produce enough coffee on their own to kind of export as one singular farm. So what Gold Mountain and Benjamin have done is collected all of their coffee cherries together, put them into a natural drying process, and then sorted and exported out to us. And we've been lucky enough to grab a lot of this Naturally Neighbours coffee, and it's been absolutely outstanding. Like, it's been a fantastic coffee. We've been drinking it in the roastery this last couple of months. All the feedback we've had from our Roasters Choice subscribers, I'm not going to put the jacket back on, has been fantastic. So it's been a real pleasure to have this coffee and just to be able to share it. So if you'd like to learn more about the Naturally Neighbours lot and the work that Gold Mountain do, check it out. We've got some blogs online, and there is now, well, there should at this point now be a product page live for this, so go check it out. Okay, so we've got to 10 minutes now on our brewing time. There's a couple more things we could do if we wanted to. You see there's a crema on the top of this cafetiere, sorry, French press. If you want to go super fancy and get a really nice clean brew from your French press, we can just take that spoon again and scoop this off. Wonderful. And then lastly, we can finally put our plunger in. Just going to rest that on top. I'm going to take it off of my scales because I don't want to damage them. Get our wonderful French press coffee in like that. And now when you put the plunger down, it should go down really smooth. You don't apply any pressure at all. And we're going to end up with a beautiful brew. Let's do this. And that's it. Let's get that going. Gorgeous. Thank you for watching this. Hope this has been helpful. Oh yeah, Christ. That's a good brew. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. So yeah, my quick top tips for brewing the greatest French press coffee. Get some scales. Use 60 grams of coffee to a litre. If you're using a 3-cup cafetiere, that's about 21 grams in a 350ml French press. Put your water in, weigh it, let it brew for 4 minutes, bake that crust, let it brew for another 6 minutes. If you want to go extra fancy, take that crema off the top, and then a nice gentle push. Make yourself a little noise whilst you're at it. And enjoy. Have a great time. Thank you.